What's up everyone? Welcome to day 2, and today's workout is going to be an upper-lower superset. So for those of you who don't know what a superset is, just make sure you do 2 exercises back to back before taking a break. And upper-lower just means the first exercise would be upper body, the second exercise would be lower body, or vice versa. 1 upper, 1 lower, 30 on, no break, 30 on, 20-second break for 4 sets. So repeat that again. So it's 30 on, 20 off, times 4. And we have 5 different groups here. So the first group, you're going to start with both dumbbells, and we're going to do a push press. So you're going to rest the weights on your shoulders, dip from the knees, and press. Dip, press. Not a full squat, just enough to generate some momentum and help you out. The second one is going to be a front squat. So rest the weights, keep them there, and you're just going to squat down when the weights are in that position. You're going to do that and then take a 20-second break times 4. The second group, you're going to start with both weights again, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. The back heel can either be off the ground or on the ground. Slight bend in that front leg. We're going to do a kickstand deadlift. So you're hinging from the hips, leaning forward, very slight bend in that front leg. Second one will be a bent over row. So you can either do this with 2 weights or 1 dumbbell. 1 dumbbell makes it a lot easier for a few reasons. First, obviously the weight is half of what it would have been with 2 weights, but also by staggering that stance, you don't have to worry about the hip hinge as much. So if you struggle with the hip hinge or if you feel it in the low back, or if you're just going really heavy, it might be good to do a single arm row. If you want more of a challenge, if you want more difficulty, you can use both weights. So we'll times that by 4. Number 3 is a side lunge. So you can grab 1 weight here, and you're going to do either side to side or 1 leg at a time. 1 leg is extended, chest is up, back stays straight. So side lunge with bicep curls. You can either do the curls together or alternating. So alternating is going to make it a little bit easier because as you curl up with 1 arm, you give the other one a break. So you're essentially doing half the rounds. 4th group, we're going to start with really 1 dumbbell here. We're going to start with overhead tricep extension. So nose of the dumbbell is pointed up, elbows in tight. You're going to flex the elbows and then fully extend. Flex and extend. Once the buzzer goes off, we're going to do a dumbbell swing. Feet about shoulder width apart, hinge from the hips, push. So think about the swing like it's an explosive deadlift. Chest is up, weight is always on your heels, hips are doing all the work, arms just follow. And the last one here, with 1 weight, you're going to do a press jack. So it's a jumping jack with a shoulder press, making it a lot more challenging than a regular jumping jack. But of course, you can modify to a regular jack light. If you only have light dumbbells, you can use both and do the same thing. Second one is a bridge march. So you're going to be on your back here, hip bridge position, and then lift 1 leg up at a time, alternating sides, really trying to work the hamstrings and glutes. So we've got a lot of hamstrings and glutes for today. We're going to get quite a bit of conditioning as well with the fact that it's back to back all the time. So 30 on, 20 off, times 4. We're going to start with that first group now, which is the push press and the front squat. So let's get ready. Okay, so remember the push press, you're going to rest the weights on your shoulders. Just dip from the knees and press overhead. Not a full squat, it's more of an explosive overhead press here. So we'll begin in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Push press. So 2 weights, rest them on your shoulders here, dip and press. Of course, if the weights are too heavy, you can drop down to 1. And if you're using 1 weight, it'll look like this. Dip, press. Staying on the balls of your feet the whole time in that active position. Great exercise here for the shoulders, also for getting your heart rate up. Once that buzzer goes off, you're going to get right into a front squat. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Front squat. So grab both weights, place them on your shoulders, and squat all the way down. Try to keep those elbows up nice and high if you can. We'll do this for 20 seconds. Once the buzzer goes off, we'll take a break. And then we'll repeat. So we have 4 rounds. About halfway there. Try to keep those feet flat on the ground. Make sure the heels aren't coming up. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and break. So let's take 20 seconds. and we'll repeat that. So this particular circuit, you're going to really feel the shoulders, because even with the front squat, even though it's a lower body movement, you're still holding those weights on your shoulders, especially after the push press, which is almost all upper body here. Okay, round two. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Dip, press. So same thing. Dip, press. Breathing out as you press up, breathe in on the way down. Remember, explosive movement here, especially as you press the weight up. You don't want to go slow and controlled on the way up. We've got about 10 seconds to go. And if the front squats get too heavy, I'll show you how you can modify those as well. 3, 2, 1. So if the front squat's too heavy, grab both ends of the one weight, and then squat down. Chest up, back stay straight, front squat. Make sure your body's not caving in, so you're always standing up nice and tall. If you can get nice and deep with the squat, great, but if not, don't force it and compensate by grounding your back. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and break. So let's take 20 seconds. There's 2 down, 2 to go, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, we'll start in 10 seconds again with that push press. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going to really start to feel the shoulders now by this round. You might have to modify, you might have to take longer breaks, that's okay. But if you're able to, keep pushing through. Give me all you got here. You came to work. So let's put in the work. Got about 10 seconds to go. Remember, as soon as that buzzer goes off, right into the front squat. 3, 2, 1. Front squat. Remember, you can keep both weights if you like, especially if you're going relatively light. If you're going heavy, you might need to drop down to 1 dumbbell here. Don't allow those knees to cave in. Track them over your feet. Got about 10 seconds to go. Three, 2, 1. All right, that's 3 rounds down. 1 to go before moving on to the next one. So push press, front squat, 1 more. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Dip and press. Round 4 here. Don't worry, the next round, very light on the shoulders. So recover after this one. You don't have to worry about shoulders for a while. Halfway. Front squat coming up next. Three, 2, 1, front squat. And then after this one, we're going to take a 20-second break, moving on to the kickstand deadlifts and the bent over rows. Halfway, keep going. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good, 20-second break. So kickstand deadlifts, if you have heavy weights, you can go nice and heavy here. 1 foot slightly in front of the other. Bent over rows you can do together to make it harder. Stagger stand, single arm to make it easier. We'll start with the kickstand deadlift in just a few seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Just hinge and stand. Remember, you don't want to bend that front leg too much, just enough to soften it. But then once it's softened, you're just hinging from the hips. You want to feel a good stretch in the back part of your front leg. And the front heel should be on the ground the whole time. 10 seconds. Bent over rows up next. 3, 2, 1. So rows, 2 arms, makes it more challenging. Single arm, if you want it a little bit easier. So the single arm staggered stance, especially if you have issues with your lower back. and you struggle to hip hinge, or if you're just going relatively heavy with your weights, or if you need a break, this is the way to go. Otherwise, the other variation is much more challenging if you have lighter weights, or if you just like more of a challenge. 3, 2, 1, and break. Take 20 seconds. So the kickstand deadlift, we're going to switch sides this time. Other foot comes forward, other foot comes back. Bench over row if you did single arms, or single arm, you're going to switch arms there as well. So let's get ready for round 2. And we will begin in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So a lot less recovery than our workout yesterday. Keeping that chest up. And if you do need some extra breaks, of course, rest as needed, especially in the beginning of the program, especially if you haven't been exercising regularly. Don't expect you to be at this level right away. So don't be dejected. Bench over rows are coming up next. 3, 2, 1, so back row. With the row, you're breathing out as you pull. Breathe in on the way in. Nice and controlled, back stay straight the whole time. Think about pulling that elbow back towards the wall behind you, not up towards the ceiling. It's the difference between working your lats and your neck and your traps, which you don't want to do. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and break. 2 down, 2 to go. So back to the kickstand deadlift again. We'll start in 10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So hinge. Out of the 2 exercises, this will be the easier of the 2. Unless you're going super heavy here. It's all about just activating that one hamstring. We've got about 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, bench over row. So by now, if you have moderate weights, heavy weights, and you're still going with the 2 arms, good for you. That takes quite a bit of conditioning, athleticism, and endurance. About halfway there. Less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, good. So let's take a break. One more round here, switch sides for the kickstand deadlift, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So kickstand deadlifts are really good as like a Romanian deadlift variation, especially if you don't have really heavy weights. Romanian deadlifts are great if you only have light weights. They're really easy, so you need to make it a little bit tougher by emphasizing one leg like we are here. 10 seconds to go. Bench over rows coming up next. 3, 2, 1, bench over rows. Last set here, and then we're going to move on to the side lunges with the bicep curl for the next group. Halfway. Last 10. 3, 2, 1, and break. Let's take 20 seconds. Side lunges and bicep curls. Up next, only need one dumbbell for the side lunge. You can choose to do one leg at a time or alternate. Bicep curls, you can either do together or alternate. Let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to do one leg at a time here. If you want to go side to side, that's fine. Trying to extend that one leg as much as you can. Try to keep your body and back as straight as possible too. Great exercise here for mobility, stability. 10 seconds to go. And of course, lower body strength. Bicep curls are coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Bicep curls. So you can go together. If you're going light, if you're going relatively heavy, alternate the curls. Any curl variation is fine, whether you're doing a regular curl or a hammer curl, you can kind of choose. 10 seconds. Take a break after this. Three, 2, 1, break. Good. So next we're going to go back to the side lunge, except we're going to switch sides and do the same thing. We'll start on 10 seconds. It's a very fast-paced workout here. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So if you just did the single leg, this time you're doing the same thing, just switching legs. If you did alternating legs, continue with those alternating reps. Halfway. Got about 10 seconds to go. Bicep curls are coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Bicep curls. So you can either go again regular or alternate. Especially as the sets progress and you get more and more fatigued, you might want to alternate. Make sure you're not swinging from the arms. Make sure you're not swinging from the hips. And always ensure that you're going full range of motion, making sure that your arm is fully extended at the end of each rep. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 20 seconds. 2 down, 2 to go. We're halfway through the workout now. We're going to go back to that original set of the side lunge. We'll start in 10 seconds. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Side lunge. This is, for some people, an awkward exercise, but it's such an important exercise when it comes to overall movement. And people we like to call it functional exercise. Take that for what it's worth. 10 seconds to go. Bicep curls coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Bicep curls. Always breathing here. Give your biceps a good squeeze at the top of each rep. Keeping your shoulders down and back, and then slowly resisting the rep on the way down. So keeping that part controlled is really important here. We got 10 seconds to go. Then we'll take a break. We have one more round. 3, 2, 1, and break. So that's 3 down, 1 to go. Moving on to that final side of the side lunge. Once we're done this group, we have overhead extensions and dumbbell swings up next. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Side lunge. Nice and stable here. Don't rush through this exercise. Landing slow and controlled. Halfway there. Bicep curls coming up next. Three, 2, 1, bicep curls. Last set for this group. Then we're going to move on to group 4. We're getting there now. Halfway. Last 10 seconds, guys. Finish off strong here. 20-second break coming up next. 3, 2, 1, and break. So the next group, you only need 1 dumbbell. Overhead extensions, dumbbell swings. Triceps and then hamstrings and cardio for the swings as well. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Overhead extension. So flex. You can also hold the dumbbell by the sides if you prefer. There's no right or wrong way. Make sure you get that full flexion of the elbow, full extension, squeezing your triceps at the top. Remember, as soon as that buzzer goes off, right into dumbbell swings. Got about 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell swings, hinge and push. Very slight bend in the knees, like with the deadlift. Allow the hips to do all the work. Keeping your arms straight here, stretching the hamstrings on the way back, and then squeezing your butt. Squeeze your glutes as you stand up. You want to feel this from the back of your legs and your glutes. You shouldn't feel your low back. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and break. Let's take 20 seconds. Same thing, 3 more times. If you're feeling that one in the low back, chances are you're either grabbing on the way down or overextending on the way up. You want a neutral spine the whole time. Okay, get ready for the extensions in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Flex, extend. Great exercise here for building your triceps. You can do this one standing, seated, kneeling, whatever works best for you. About halfway there. Remember, dumbbell swings are coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell swings. Let's go. So these supersets are always tough because you don't really have time to recover. It's just go, go, go. Great workout format if you're ever short on time. You want to get a lot of work done. If you want to make it really hard, you do the same muscle groups back to back. But if you want to make it more efficient like we are today, make it a little bit easier, you can go opposite, upper and lower. 3, 2, 1, and bring 2 down. 2 to go. Back to that overhead extension. This is group 4 out of 5. We'll start in 10 seconds here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Flex and extend. Nice and slow on the way down so you get that really good stretch in your triceps, and then explosively driving the hands up and squeezing your triceps on the way up. 10 seconds. Dumbbell swings coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell swing. Remember, the weight should be on your heels here. This is a great exercise if you have a kettlebell. One of the very few exercises where I prefer a kettlebell to a dumbbell. So if you have a kettlebell at home, swings, my personal favorite to do with the kettlebell. 10 seconds. Keep those arms straight. Let your hips do all of the work here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Rest up. One more round here. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, overhead extension. So this is the last one for this group, and then we'll take a 20-second break. Press jacks and bridge marches will be the final group. Halfway. Don't forget about the dumbbell swings once that buzzer goes off. 3, 2, 1, dumbbell swing. Last set here. Remember not to overextend as you push those hips forward. Just stand up tall and straight. You're not leaning back. Halfway. Last 10. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 20-second break. Moving on to that final group. Press jacks, bridge march, 4 rounds, and then we're done. So remember the press jack is a jumping jack with the shoulder press. This one gets tough really quick, so you're gonna have to modify. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So jumping jack with the shoulder press. And if you modify, you're just gonna modify to a regular jumping jack here, without the lead. Halfway. Bridge march coming up next. You won't need to wait for that one. Three, 2, 1, on your back, hips up, one leg at a time, lifting off the ground. You try to keep your hips up the whole time, so it's really testing your hamstrings, your glutes, and just the overall stability of one leg being able to support the entire body with the other leg in the air. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and break. 1 down, 3 to go. Final group of the day. So back to the press jacks in 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So nice soft knees here, staying on the balls of your feet the whole time. Halfway. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, bridge march. So hips up and bring one knee towards your chest. Halfway. Last 10. 3, 2, 1, 2 down, 2 to go. 2 more sets and then we're all done. So try to catch your breath now, drink some water, recovery before we get to that next set. Okay, let's get ready. In 3, 2, 1, press jacks. This one's all about finding that rhythm and timing and consistency throughout. Halfway. Three, 2, 1, bridge march. So hips up. Try to keep those hips up nice and high the whole time. Always digging in with the heels, not the balls of your feet. You want to feel it primarily in the glutes, a little bit in the hamstrings, not at all in the calves or low back. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, one more round. Last set of the day here. Press jacks, bridge march, and then done. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Try to finish off strong here. Keeping up with that intensity. Always breathing. Halfway. 10 seconds. Keep going. Keep those legs moving, keep those arms moving. 3, 2, 1, bridge march, last set. Hips up, and alternate. Keep it going, guys. Last 20 seconds. Dig in with those heels. Keep the hips square to the ceiling. Last 10. 3, 2, 1, and we are done. That's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the workout. See you all tomorrow.